demanding a lot of protections that we should have had decades ago that people are just kind of fed up with. And the straw that kind of broke the camel's back was the emergence of AI.
For those of us that don't know, why exactly are the actors striking? I know a lot of us know, but there are various reasons. But if you can give us, a little bit more detail on what exactly is going on with that strike.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a myriad of things. There's literally, I could talk about an hour for it, but it really boils down to actors demanding a lot of protections that we should have had decades ago that people are just kind of fed up with. And the straw that kind of broke the camel's back was the emergence of AI. And AI kind of, there's very little protections for actors against AI. There was recently a film set about a year or two ago where all of the background actors, they signed your contract, releasing your image for the production, but there was a clause in that contract that also released their images for AI reproduction in any future films that producer or director put on. So basically, all of their faces were scanned at either the beginning or the end of the shoot. And unknowingly, those actors, however many hundreds there were, signed away their likeness so that their faces can be used in AI-generated extras, characters in perpetuity. And perpetuity means forever. And there have been multiple cases like that over the last few years or so. So that on top of wage disagreements, on top of on-set protections, whether it be physical danger, sexual harassment, pay, there's a lot of things that have been slipping through the cracks. So the union went to the powers that be a couple months ago and tried to find at least a happy middle ground, and the powers that be were not willing to budge at all. So that's when Fran Drescher, the leader of SAG, decided, it's time to kind of put our feet down. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a long haul, I believe, but it's needed.
I was listening to a podcast today that was talking about the last time that the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild went on strike at the same time. I think was 1960 or sometime in the 1960s.
Yeah, about 60
and
years
out
ago.
of that strike was where residuals came from, and I think even like health insurance. So that it was kind of monumental then, and it's monumental now because of like you said, AI and streaming services and all, and just how everything has changed.
With the way things like Network and Hulu works right now, literally these companies are making billions off of these actors and writers and work, and they're not seeing anything of it.
Right.
You get your pay, you get your money at the box office, and you get your money for the session time or set time itself, but you're getting nothing for streaming and the millions of dollars you're bringing these entities daily, and it's not right. And it's another one of those things that the powers that be were not willing to budge on. So we said we're not going to budge on this. So
and the thing that I've been seeing online, especially like in the comment section on IG and stuff, like people don't realize what is going on as far as like the personal side of this strike for the actors and the writers, and now the visual effects artists. They think that just because you're in the entertainment industry, you're rich, and that is not the case. Actors, writers, anybody, they live paycheck to paycheck, just like we do, us that have regular jobs. If they're not actively working, they can't live. Some people have a little bit of a stockpile, but for the majority, for like the 99th percentile, like
exactly,
people just don't have it. They just don't.
That's because people are looking at like the upper 1%, looking at the Dwayne Johnsons, the Angelina Jolies, they're looking at the Brad Pitts, who are like, the bona fide mega stars who literally could probably work one gig, and whatever that gig be could probably sustain them for the rest of their lives. But literally, like you said, 99% of us are middle to lower class. And the fact that these folks are making paycheck to paycheck kind of lifestyles and are still willing to go on strike, that just has to be a testament to how important these issues are and how
Yes.
willing folks are to kind of go, heels deep, dig their heels in, and just fight for what's necessary to, again, just make this a sustainable career for everyone.
And that's exactly what you guys are fighting for, to try it to make it sustainable, that you don't have to you're not always balls to the wall trying to find work. For some people it's easier, for some people it's harder. Some people, everybody in the entertainment industry gets a lot of no's. Some people, a lot of people get way more no's than other people.
Oh, absolutely.
And a lot of times it just comes down to riding the wave, and when that wave is over, your bills still got to be paid, your kids still got to eat, they still got to go to school. Like, entertainers are still people, they're still human beings. Just because you see them on TV does not mean that they have millions of dollars in their bank account. It's just like any other profession.
Yeah, and it's like we get it. It's a gig economy. We know that, like, when we're done on set, the last day of that set of production, we got to look for another gig today, another gig tomorrow. So yeah, we understand that. But it's just a matter of wanting what we are owed at the end of that production. If you're going to go and put this show on a streaming service, we would like a piece of that pie. Or if my daughter's on set and someone touches her inappropriately, I want to make sure she's protected. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I want to make sure that, you're not going to try and scan my image and use it in perpetuity to make AI generated actors or background actors or even prints for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? I want to be protected when I'm on set working, making sure your production goes off without a hitch. I would like to make sure that I'm going to be happy with the product and the outcome as well. I feel like that'd be fair.